If you've said or thought in the last couple of weeks that you're just going to wait until January to start focusing on your fitness and weight loss goals, you are not alone. Because I've had 3 of my clients come to me saying the exact same thing over the past 2 weeks, and here's what I have told them. Even though it might seem busy and hectic with all of the drinks, all of the Halloween events, and with all the Christmas party invitations already in your inbox, right now is the perfect time to double down your effort and give yourself a head start. Because habits, routines, and results creating in a time of chaos won't only make you thrive in chaos, but they will 10x the way you progress when things come down a little bit more. With that, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. It's so nice to have you here. My name is Hajni, and I am a women's health and fitness coach who has made over 300 transformations like these happen over the past 7 years for high-achieving women who are juggling their careers, social lives, and trying not to lose their minds in the midst of it all. And I've had so many conversations with ambitious women since the end of September actually, who have been stuck between deciding whether they want to double down to look and feel incredible in their little black dress by the end of this year versus telling themselves that it's too late and that Christmas party season is almost here and they don't have time to change. But you shouldn't have to decide between the two. You can enjoy Halloween, you can enjoy your Christmas socials, and you can enjoy the festive season while also making progress and giving yourself a head start for January, so you don't have to set another restrictive resolution for yourself in the new year. Because the women who start now, they're not only going to be the ones who give themselves a head start on their resolutions and finish this year strong, but they're also going to be the ones who manage their social events without burning out and without having to restrict while making incredible progress. And I completely get that at the moment you feel completely torn because you want to feel incredible, you want to finish this year strong, but you also want to enjoy your social life. I've been there too. I remember so clearly when I was stuck in this cycle too. My calendar was filled with social events to the brim. I had Halloween parties, house parties, socials for Christmas, work parties, and I was also traveling home, so I knew that I was going to be taken out of my usual routine. And I remember thinking to myself that there is no point in me starting to focus on my fitness journey. There's no point in me resetting and doubling down my efforts when it comes to my fitness journey because there's just not enough time. My calendar is full and I just wanted to wait until January when things calm down. But the thing that I didn't realize back then that I feel like a lot of women, especially ambitious and high-achieving women, do not realize is that life doesn't slow down in January. Things are always going to be busy. There's always going to be social events in your calendar. There's always going to be big projects, high-demand projects that take up all of your mental space. And your work drinks are not just going to disappear. Your social life will not be put on a pause just because it's January. And if you don't start now, all that will happen is that you're going to tell yourself, okay, screw this. I'm not going to focus on my goals. I'm just going to enjoy life. You're going to binge drink, you're going to overeat, and you're going to feel extremely guilty by the time it gets to January because you are going to put yourself in a worse place than where you are right now. And then you're going to start your new year with guilt, pressure, and panic instead of possibility. Which is why I need you to listen to me and I need you to hear me when I say this. Your transformation does not require a perfect plan. It doesn't require perfect conditions. It doesn't have to happen when things are calm. All you need is consistency with the right habits. Time is going to pass either way, whether you commit to your winter arc or not. You're going to end up in January in a couple of weeks' time. So why are you even allowing yourself to think about playing it small? Because when you start now, when you start when things aren't perfectly aligned, when you think that you're not ready, when you stop waiting, magic literally happens. Magic like walking into December parties, feeling absolutely incredible in your little black dress without having to change your outfit 3 times because you feel uncomfortable and you want to hide your body. Magic like building habits and routines that get you through autumn, Halloween parties, Christmas socials, and festivities while you make progress. Magic like enjoying meals out and wine nights with the girls without spiraling into the I've ruined everything cycle that's been keeping you stuck in the same situation for the past 5 to 10 years. And even though it might not be perfect, it will build momentum that is going to carry you into the new year so you can 10x your results by just getting started now. now. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today. But before I do, it would mean the world to me if you would hit that like button and click subscribe, because my goal that I've set for my year is to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I would love for you to be a part of that journey. And with that, let's get into strategy number 1. And this might sting a little, but you have to stop waiting for the perfect time. Because let's be real, there is never going to be a perfect time. January will not magically give you more hours in the day or fewer social events. If you wait until January without doing anything for your goals, you're going to be doing yourself a major disservice. And you're going to find yourself in the new year fighting for 47 other people for the squat racks because the gyms are super packed. Which is why starting right now is the best thing that you can do for yourself. The winter rack season or look-in season, however you want to call it, is the perfect time to start building habits and practice being consistent so that you can just be a little bit better every single day and build up that momentum for yourself while life is happening around you. Think of it as a practice round. Autumn and winter are the perfect time for you to practice navigating social events, practice setting boundaries, practice ordering the more aligned decisions when you're ordering at a restaurant, so that by January, you have all these habits and routines built up so that they can become second nature, and you will know exactly what to do going into the new year to elevate your results even further. So by the time the new year hits, you won't have to even think about going on yet another restrictive diet or an exhausting workout plan that you're going to fall off track with before February even hits. And to help you put this into perspective and into practice, I want you to ask yourself right now, what would your future self, who is already in January, living in her dream body, looking and feeling her best, do right now? Would she be waiting around and waiting for the perfect conditions to magically appear? Or would she just start with what she's already got and elevate her habits and routines that she's got right now to make them more aligned with where she wants to be by the 1st of January? But I'll let you figure that out. Let me know in the comments. And with that, let's move on to strategy number 2, which is where most women get stuck. You need to ditch the all or nothing mindset. You're brilliantly consistent at showing up to work, whether you're having a bad day or a good day, you keep doing your thing, right? But when it comes to your fitness, why are you all or nothing? Why are you all in, or I'm just gonna do nothing at all? You don't need a perfect week. You don't need a perfectly color-coded calendar. You don't need all of your meals planned, and you don't need to spend 2 hours a day in the gym. All you need are a few simple habits that you consistently, not perfectly, tick off every single day. Habits like lifting weights 3 to 4 times a week to build the curves where you want them to be instead of doing HIIT classes to burn as many calories as possible. Eating 20 to 40 grams of protein in all of your main meals so you can balance your hormones and keep yourself full for longer. Having at least 35 grams of fiber a day to keep yourself regular and healthy, if you know what I mean. Getting 7 or more solid hours of sleep every single night, because we all need our beauty sleep. If you're trying to lose weight and tone up, going into 200 to 300 calorie deficit, you don't need anything more than that. Getting 8 to 10,000 steps every single day so that you can stay active, because it's the easiest form of cardio that you'll ever do. And building the ability to enjoy wine night guilt-free by planning things in advance. So stop aiming for perfection and just start ticking the basics, the mundane, boring basics every single day. And do them consistently, because consistency over perfection isn't just a cute phrase. It is what builds results. And when you finally let go of wanting to be perfect, that's when everything is going to change for you. Because you don't need any fancy supplements, you don't need a new workout plan, you don't need a perfect diet. All you need is to master the mundane and get consistent at the most boring and unsexy things that give you the most results and that have been tried and tested for decades. And with that, let's move on to strategy 3, which is going to be the one that's going to save you during the festive season when the Christmas parties start and you go home for the holidays. You need to build a bare minimum plan before the holiday chaos hits. Because if you don't do this right now, you'll get to early to mid-December when work is going to ramp up before the holidays. You're going to be exhausted, burnt out, you're going to have a lot of social events, and you're going to have zero idea of what consistency and being on track actually looks like for you. Which is then obviously going to end up to you giving up and just letting go of all of your goals. So to help you figure this out, I want you to ask yourself, what does staying on track look like when I am busy. For most of my clients and myself, it's extremely simple. Train at least 3 times a week to make sure that we get our lifts in and still build more strength and muscle. Pre-track meals every single night so I can hit my targets more easily. Yes, social events included. Hit protein targets at least 5 days a week, but aiming for 7 days a week. Drinking 2 to 3 liters of water every single day to keep hydrated and to help with digestion. And hit a bare minimum step count average of 8,000 steps, ideally more, but this is just the bare minimum that we usually set to make sure that we're still staying active. And that's it. That's the bare minimum. You don't have to go crazy. It's more than enough to have 3 to 5 things on this list. Know it now so you know exactly what good enough and what being on track is when the chaos hits during Christmas. So if you haven't yet, I want you to pause for a moment right now, like literally pause this video if you have to, and I want you to build out your own bare minimum plan. Again, I don't want you to go overboard with this. Write down the 3 to 5 top things that are going to become your non-negotiables when you're super busy. If you find this super confusing, just write a long list of things that you think you need to get results, and then look through it and highlight the top 3 to 5 things that are going to help you stay on track, stay sane, and keep progressing, even if they are boring. And last but not least, strategy number 4, which is going to be a big one. Start practicing being consistent right now, through the chaos, through the busy times, not later. Because if you don't do this right now and you wait until January, you're going to miss one of the biggest lessons that you can learn for your transformation, which is maintaining your habits and routines during the busiest times of the year. Because every wine night you navigate well, every time you go out and you respect your boundaries, every time you order something that is more aligned with you, and every time you hit the gym before work, even though you're tired, you are building the reps that are needed to build up that momentum, build up consistency, and build up resilience so that when things come down, things are just going to feel easy. Because you don't learn to be consistent by avoiding life and giving up when things get busy. You learn it by staying consistent through it all. Because the plan that you can follow when things are calm and everything is perfect will only get you results that last only when things are perfect and calm. Whereas if you practice consistency now when things are busy, you are going to get results that last forever. And that is the difference between starting now and starting in January. And listen, I know that this time of year feels overwhelming, and I know that it feels like if you just wait, it would be a little bit easier. But you need to understand that the version of you that you're working towards, the one who feels confident in her skin, that wears a little skin-tight black dress and feels incredible in it, that walks into December Christmas parties feeling absolutely amazing, that version of you doesn't happen by waiting until January and waiting for perfect conditions. You have to create room for her to become a reality by ticking the boxes daily, focusing on the mundane, and building up resilience, your habits, and consistency throughout the busy period. Because every single time you tell yourself not yet or right now is not the time, you're basically holding yourself back and you're making it harder for yourself to get unstuck so you can finally feel like you know you deserve to feel. And I see you. I know you are working hard. I know that you're juggling a lot. And I also know that you can do this. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be consistent. And that is literally all you need to give yourself a head start going into the new year, so you will never have to set another resolution when it comes to weight loss, fitness, or any of your other goals ever again. So here's what I want you to do right now. I want you to pick one strategy from this video and start implementing it today. Not tomorrow, not next week, literally today. I want you to look at what you can do right now from this strategy. How can you adapt it to your life right now? How can you elevate your habits using these strategies? And I want you to start implementing it literally right now. And don't worry about doing anything too big or too crazy. The smaller the step is going to be, the easier it's going to be for you to build on top of it and get consistent with it so you can build momentum. Because the hardest part is literally just getting started. Because once you build that momentum and once you build up that consistency, it's going to snowball down into not only how you look, but how you feel within your body, your confidence, and how you carry yourself just in general in life. So you can enter the new year without ever having to think about resolutions ever again, because you are going to be well on your way to looking, feeling, and living the way that you want to be. And if you need a little bit more help with this, I actually created a winter arc worksheet below that you can check out in the description. It has all of these strategies that I've mentioned in this video, plus a full framework that you can follow step by step to implement everything that we've talked about, so you can enter the new year not just looking and feeling your best and living your dream life, being well ahead of the curve, but also never having to worry about falling off track ever again. So if you want to grab it, head to the description below and click the link, fill out your details, and it will be in your inbox within seconds. And as always, if you have any questions about these strategies, or if there's another roadblock that you're facing right now, comment them below because I would love to help. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to click like, share it with a friend, because I would love to grow my community over here to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2025. And don't forget to click subscribe, because I drop videos about sustainable fat loss, mindset and lifestyle shifts, and nutrition every single week. And just remember, there is not going to be a perfect time to start. The best time to start is right now. So get going. You've absolutely got this. I love you. See you next time. Bye.